and welcome back to another episode of The Square Room. My name is Jonel.
Deswayne.
Des.
Me.
Random question.
Random answer.
But, well, no, I don't want a random answer. I want a
an actual answer. Okay.
Although it is a very random question, so knowing you, you're just going to say whatever you want to say. But if you had to... It's just very early on in this episode, so I'm like, how vulgar do I want to be? If you had to bust a nut. Ew, I never say that. That's so weird.
I have to bust a nut.
Yes.
Okay.
In like the shortest amount of time possible. Like it's like, I don't know, maybe like your mom's life is on the line, or I shouldn't use your mom because you'd be like, let her go. Don't look at me like that. Someone that you care about.
Okay.
You gotta like, what if it's me?
Okay.
And I'm being dangled, but like over a cliff.
Dangly.
And they're just like, Deswayne, we got a girl and we got a guy.
Okay.
And you got to bust a nut. Pick one of them to help you get the job done. What are you picking?
Do I have a time limit?
Yes, because like my life is in the balance.
I would have to pick the girl, but the time, like, it's...
No, you can't just go forever. That's the thing.
I know, but also with the guy, like, I'm not going to be able to get hard to bust a nut.
Weeks ago, didn't we talk about like the Diplo thing?
I'm not Diplo.
But I'm just saying, like, men know
I understand.
what it feels
I
like.
get what you're saying, but
I feel like
I think
if I was a guy, I would take the guy because I'm like, that's going to be the best head of my life.
I think for me, it's the thought process. The same reason I have issues at the you know what club.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think for me, it would, like, I get what you're saying, but for me, it would be like,
because if it's me, I'm picking a girl.
Yeah. I could see
Like,
that. Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Men.
Honestly, I would try. Can I do it myself?
No. So basically, I'm doomed.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's not on purpose though. I would try, but.
And then I think the pressure, you'd be like, oh God, Joe.
Yeah, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't help her at all. You know, like when men feel like they're about to come and they're like, oh, and then they like do it
You're not a
themselves.
head shover, are you?
No, only if they want to be shoved.
But like, you're not ahead of time that they're into that.
Yeah.
You're not just like.
No. I'm a face stroker. Like while they're down there, I'm just like.
But I thought you're not a watcher either.
I'm not watching. I'm just.
So you just
your face.
with your eyes closed. You're like.
Well, like with my head up, I'm just. Maybe playing in their hair or something.
I feel like I wouldn't like that. I don't know. Like it's never happened to me, but I feel like it's like there's already a lot going on.
You get the head pushers
in this. I don't get anything. Oh my God, no! A head pusher. I'm biting. If you push my head, I would. Like Des's child. I'm just.
That's a good one. I told you.
Like, why am I still doing it?
I told you we moved on to.
No, I don't think you did. I feel like that's a very typical baby thing.
When he drinks.
I don't know why they love to.
It was
be extra.
A couple months ago. I was drinking water. Like I was so thirsty, and like when I was done, I went. And he started laughing, and I was just like, okay. And then I seen him grab his cup, and he was like, and I was like, yes.
Oh my God.
Another one has been born.
I think you say another one bites the dust for some reason. I'm like, that's not the right saying.
That's not the one I was going with. No, not at all.
So you would pick a girl knowing that the guy could do it better. And my life was on the line.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Okay. You just really told me how you really feel about me, and I guess
I feel like if it's a guy, like as much as I'd want to, nut faster, no matter how good of a job he might or might not.
What if it's more of like a femme presenting?
I just feel like once if I don't know, I don't know. That's different.
No, but it's like you have to make the decision. So even if you don't look, you know that it's a guy. Because you have to make the decision. Is it a guy or a girl?
See, that's the problem. It's my brain.
If they're just like, get your dick sucked and save your friend's life by like ejaculating quickly.
No, I get it. I'm sorry.
No, but like if you didn't know who it was, the gender, the sex.
Then, and like it's just like a door one, door two.
Yeah.
It's up to them. From there on, it's up to them.
But like in your head.
Yeah, I think
if it was like a glory hole situation and you couldn't see the person.
I couldn't.
What, do a glory hole?
No. I need to know.
But that's what I'm saying. If it was like so then I'm dead.
Yeah.
Des,
I'm sorry.
Des.
I need to know.
You don't really love me.
I need to know. The reason being, when I was like 9 years old, I was watching porn, and it was a glory hole situation, but like it turned like I don't even know if it's real or not. Now that I look back and think about it,
not if it's porn.
Well, it was more of the like reality ones, or so it said. Like the quality was bad. Like it was from someone's phone.
You are a connoisseur enough.
No, I'm just letting you know. But back in the day, I don't know.
It felt real back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end of the glory hole, like, it was a group of guys. They brought their friend to get his dick sucked for the first time.
Okay.
And
9, you said?
I was 9. Yeah. And LimeWire, crazy shit.
I didn't do that on LimeWire.
I didn't do it. It popped up somehow.
Oh, somehow. I didn't have those pop-ups. I wonder why you got them.
And when he was done, he was like, oh, that was amazing, blah, 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 blah. And then the girl, like, she came out of the back and she was like, oh, like, I really enjoyed myself. And as she's talking, she stops and they look at each other, and it was his sister. And the guys that did it, like, it was like, like, no offense, it was a white people prank.
Oh, they knew it was this?
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly.
That's just like, I think he's like a Twitch streamer, Aiden Ross.
I seen that. Oh.
And like his chat, like, I guess they like sent him a link or something to open.
Yeah.
And it was because his sister does like OnlyFans. And like they basically pranked him into like seeing his sister
naked. With jizz on her.
And it's like, why?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Like, that's too far.
That's crazy.
That's too far.
No, I would lose my shit. Well, at the picture thing, I wouldn't lose my shit. I'd just be like, okay.
I wouldn't lose my shit, but I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, whoever said that is being banned, for sure. I don't know. That was messed up.
What would you... Oh, you said a girl for sure.
I'd pick a girl, yeah.
Obviously, that's not in the question, yeah.
Mm-mm. And I know which girl I'd pick too.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like if I could pick a girl,
like somebody you know or somebody you don't really know.
Anyways, moving on. Moving on.
That's funny.
You don't have like a girl crush I guess a girl crush. Oh, sorry, I just saw a text.
Do I have a girl crush?
Well, I guess it would be a guy crush.
A man crush?
Man crush. No. Like, I don't want to say boy crush because that sounds...
No.
Oh, you do? I can't believe I forget. We always talk about it's Philly.
You're so stupid.
Is it not?
I just think he's really funny.
And cute. And he's so charming. And
he's so funny.
Yeah, you love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your guy crush.
It's not a guy crush. Like for example,
it's like not like a romantic crush, but it's like a little guy
like
crush.
Even watching like his speed dating stuff, it was just like he's so entertaining. Like if that's how he actually is in real life, I think me and him would be friends that I might answer the phone once in a while for.
And that is a high honor in Deswayne's life. Yes.
Yeah. It's not a crush. Philly, go back. In your fat cat. Do you know that song? It's a soca song.
Sounds like it, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I barely know it.
I thought it was one of his songs for a second. I was like, oh. Okay. I have a list to share. You know, we like to go through our lists sometimes. Yeah. This is a list of things that men have compiled.
Is it okay?
They're basically guy secrets.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
That they don't usually share with women.
Can I confirm these?
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, great.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want false information.
Yeah. I don't want you guys thinking one thing because.
All right, we're gonna start off. Sometimes we men pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we're too lazy to scrub.
Yes,
that's a confirmation.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, that is funny
because you're too lazy to scrub.
It's not too lazy to scrub. It's like you see it and you're like, oh.
I kind of do that. Like if I'm I can't pee on.
I was like, what the?
Well, I feel like it's like the female equivalent. So like what I would do is if I'm brushing my teeth and you know when you spit out toothpaste and it like sticks to the bowl. Yeah. When I'm like swishing water through my mouth, I try to spit on it to like get it out. If it doesn't, then I'll like wipe down the sink. But like I try to So that's what I mean. I feel like it's kind of the same concept. It's a lazier way of doing things. Sometimes we don't talk to people because we don't want to intimidate them. I might see a girl with a cool shirt on, but I don't say anything because I don't want to make her think I'm coming on to her or something.
Lord, if I ever heard a fact in my life. Yes. Like,
but I feel like that's a woman thing too, because I feel like if I don't know you and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love your shirt, you're going to be like, she wants a dick. And that's not the case. The only thing is I'm not worried about intimidating. I'm just worried about giving
exactly.
Like, the wrong...
And for guys, like, it comes across 10 times worse. Like, I could see you and be like, oh, like, sorry to bother you, but you know, you look really nice today. I just wanted to say that.
I'd be like, what does he want?
So many thoughts. It could be a simple, oh, like, thank you, that was nice. Or as soon as I walk away, it could be like, look, he's still staring at me. I bet you he thinks I'm gonna, oh yeah, that. I don't have time for that.
All right, fair enough. Many men have anxiety and or depression, but we will not talk about it, and we will get moderately annoyed at you for bringing it up.
Yep.
Why you get annoyed at us for trying to make sure you good?
Because it's just question after question after question. Like, for example, when I feel like when women, you know, you're in a depressive state, we know, okay, you know, let's kind of leave her alone kind of thing, give her some space, whatever.
I think women tend to ask more questions in general than men. However, I think it's because women, we lead with our like emotions. So it's like we want to help. We want to fix it. We want to make sure you're good.
Logically speaking, you see that I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, you do need to know when
you talking to me
enough.
is not going to make me in the mood.
But I feel like that happens with us women as well. It's like, sometimes I'll be fine, and then like someone's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like I feel like it should just be left at that. If you keep pushing me, I'm like, I was fine, and now I'm getting pissed.
Or even when like you guys are in that state where, you know, just not today. That's what I call it, the not today state.
Sure.
Okay, prime example. I was talking to this girl at work a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, you know, I got to go do blah, 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 but I'll be back. And she's like, okay, make sure you come back because I'm pretty sad today. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I came back and I'm like, oh, like, why are you sad? What's wrong? And she's like, you know, it's just that time of the month for me. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, like, do you get a lot of pain? Blah, blah. She's like, no, but I am a bitch. And I'm like, why do you say that? She's like, oh, like, I yelled at my husband this morning just because he asked me like a simple question. And like, I just like, don't talk to me. You already know that I'm like this. Don't talk to me. Like, what is your problem? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Like, if he knows how you are, then why would he talk? Like, I don't understand.
You still got to talk to yourself.
But there's some women who, when they get like that, they want you to talk to them. So some men are like, okay, I'm supposed to talk to her because this is how I show
Everyone
I care.
Everyone is different, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, she's telling me to go away, but I know she doesn't want me to go. Yeah, man, if you tell me go.
I remember seeing this viral video, and this girl was like, oh, like, my boyfriend knows how I get my period. Like, I want space. I don't want to be touched. I want to be left alone. So she's, like, in her bed in her room, and he's outside the door. The door's closed, and under the door, he's, like, pushing, like, snacks and stuff under. And then, like, he put a note in, and he's like, oh, like, can I come in? And then he, like, cracked the door open, and she's like, oh, you're being so sweet, come in. But he was like real cautious. He was that was the definition of don't poke the bear, and he like buttered her up. It was cute, but I'm like, it shouldn't have to be that extreme. If he was doing it as kind of like a joke to like make her laugh, then like that's one thing. But if that's really how she is, I'm like, girl, get it together.
And like if it was the other way around, I feel like it would be like, I'm not putting up with this.
If it was a woman dealing with a man,
yeah, I feel like when it comes to men hard emotions, not like he's being a little baby, like actually like he might be depressed kind of thing. Women will do what they can, and when they feel like, okay, I can't anymore, they're like, all right, well, fuck it.
You think? Because I feel like I would like coddle someone who like needed to be coddled, but it's like you can't only coddle someone. It's like when they're in that mind state, you have to like, you know, it's okay to feel your emotions, it's okay to have a bad day, but you can't just like baby them forever and then have them just be whatless.
Exactly.
Nor would I think you should do that with a grown woman either. Like, they're not children, but like you have to gently encourage and help and support however you can. I don't think it's like a can't do anything for you, so peace.
And it's like, I was YouTube shorts and The girl was just talking about how, like, you know, she left her man because of that reason. Like, he just didn't want to do anything and blah, 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 and on and on.
Some
and
people
on.
are beyond helping, and it's like you have to know when to like throw in the towel. But
and the next girl was talking about how she was like that, and her man stayed with her for however long, and, you know, kind of helped her through it. And I was just like, yeah, obviously everybody's different, and I do feel like women do tend to be like, okay, like, I can have it up to here.
I think women stay in situations like that longer than men do.
Really?
I think men are just like a period is one thing because that's a short amount of time. Or like if she's pregnant, you're like, but men are always looking for, it's not going to be forever. And when it looks like there's no end in sight, men are like, I'm out. On to
I
the
disagree.
Next one. Sex isn't all we want in a relationship. I'd rather be with someone who understands me but only wants to do it once in a while than someone who I have sex with every day but I don't connect with emotionally and mentally.
Very true.
We had this conversation around Valentine's Day, and I don't know if you didn't say that that's not the truth. You just, if you had to pick, you would pick this sex life.
Yeah.
So this is just saying that men have feelings too.
Literally.
I think everyone would rather have like sex every now and then if they had like a great overall connection, because that would make the sex better, because you could have sex every day and it's just like,
and that's because for me, like, I haven't slept with somebody I don't know, because that's weird. Like, I don't know you. Ew.
Yeah, you say that. How long until you feel like is there a time limit, or is it just based off of okay, because you could know someone for months but like only see them socially, so you don't really feel that close to them, but you know them. And you can also have someone who you've known for a week but you talk to every single day, and then you're like getting in them guts. If you compliment my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out, and I've had a beard ever since. I
wouldn't say if you give us a compliment we remember forever, but if it's something that we're insecure about, and you say it one time, we'll never forget.
I do think, well, we've had these conversations on the podcast. It's been a long time, but we talked about the fact that like men don't get as many compliments as women do, and they don't hear a lot of the things that I think like everyone needs to hear. So I can see why when you don't hear that, hearing something along those lines goes a long way. And
sometimes you don't feel like things, I don't want to say bother you, because it probably doesn't, but like, you're not conscious of it. And like, I think I said this before, when I first got braces, I was very like, and then one day at McDonald's I laughed, and the girl told me like I have a really nice smile, and I covered it. She's like, no, like the braces is cute. Smiling ever since. Stop playing with me. Come on, now.
Because you stayed gritty when I knew you with the braces.
And that's why, because that one worker at McDonald's was like, and she was kind of cute, so I'm gonna listen to you, even if you're lying. I don't give a fuck. But it made me feel great, and I will never forget it.
It's
Thank
sweet.
you, McDonald's girl, lady, woman.
Manspreading isn't a sexual thing. We're just trying not to crush our balls between our legs.
What is that?
When men sit with their legs wide open. Because they say like it takes up a lot of space. There was controversy somewhat recently about like a man who was like on an airplane seat and just
sprawled out.
But you can't do that on an airplane seat.
No.
But that's the thing. It's the fact that like you're doing it in places that are inconvenient, like a bus or a train or like a theater seat where you're kind of close to someone.
Yeah, I think it's where you are, because I see,
but I don't think it's a sexual thing.
No.
I never saw it as a sexual thing. I'm sure for a few creeps it is, and they're just like, look at my junk. But I think for the most part, men are trying to be comfortable, but it's like you're trying to be comfortable sometimes at the expense of other people. Because if I'm spreading my legs so far that you have to be like this in your seat, then like maybe I need to close my legs a little bit. Balls ain't that big, okay? Most people who man spread, I guess not that I see, but like I know, it ain't that big, you know? After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time, we try to dry the face first, then the sack, but sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel.
Yes, sir!
Really?
Yes, sir!
Well, I don't wash my face in the shower, So like I wash my face separately in the sink, with the exception of like, you know, like you're washing your hair and like water sometimes runs down, but like I will, you know, pat my face a little bit. Actually, I think I just use my hand because I'm like, I'm just going to go out and like wash my face anyways, but no.
I literally, like, even if I don't wash my hair and I'm just bathing, like the water just splashes. It's just splishly splash.
Sure.
So like the little splashes on my face, like the first thing I do, grab my towel, and like I have my towel over my shower door because it's a stand-in shower. Uppity shower, what's it called?
It's not called uppity, I'll tell you that. It's just called like a shower or like a standing shower, stand-up shower. Yeah.
So I have a door.
Because the other part is called the tub.
Yeah. So I put my towel over it, but I know the part that's in the shower when the towel's over the door. So this is the shower, the part that's in the shower. That's the part that I know that I use to wipe my balls.
Okay.
So when I take off the towel, I now take it, like when I'm in the shower, take it,
use it,
and other side, dry my face. Even if my face is not wet, I feel like I have to dry my face. And then as I'm working down my body, I'm working down the towel as well.
See, it's funny that you work down. I work up.
I find that most women work up.
Because men are disgusting and they will, looking at you guys, they will step out, and I get it, like the shower like mat is meant to collect some water, but like it is like, I don't want to walk into my bathroom into a slip and slide, okay? Like men will just drip all over the place. I, while standing in the shower, take my towel, stand on one leg, dry my
God, this is taking so long. Get
foot,
out.
And then I step out, and then I lift the other leg, and then I dry that leg.
Get
so
out.
My feet are like mostly dry, just slightly damp as I step on the thing. Then I work the rest of my weight up. I do like the big areas like torso, arms, and then I do like the armpits, crotch. And then face is
You could have
separate.
been dressed by now.
I'm describing it slow.
That
it's
was
not like
so
I'm taking.
long. Oh my
You're the
God.
one who's like, oh, I get the little splashes, and then
Listen,
I pat my
I
face,
get out the shower.
And then
I either have a towel on the ground already or some article of clothing on the ground that I step onto so that the floor is not all wet.
You put an article of clothing?
Literally.
Okay.
Like, for example, if I'm going to go shower, like if I'm here and I'm going to go shower, chances are when you go in the bathroom, the floor won't be wet because this shirt will be on the ground so that when I get out the shower, I'm standing on the shirt. Yep.
Anyways, moving on. As an older man, we don't expect you to look like a supermodel as we age together. Yes, at times I do see you as I did 30 years ago, and every wrinkle and flaw disappears. Yes, there are times when I see every wrinkle and flaw, and I know how you got every one of them, and they are beautiful too. Oh, that's sweet. This is a happily married man right here.
He's begging.
No. He's saying sometimes like you don't see like the flaws. You just see the person for who they are. And sometimes you're like, yeah, you got those wrinkles, but like I remember you laugh so hard and you squint your eyes and that's why you like it's cute.
I remember
your
that
face looks
you
so
used to stress yourself out. That's why you have all them damn gray hairs.
I don't have any grays yet.
No, not
but
you.
But I'm saying I know when I get them. Cause like my hair is very like black. I don't know if it like translates on camera, but it's very dark. And I know that because like anytime I have extensions or whatever, like I have to dye them darker to match my hair. Otherwise they look brown in comparison, even though they're like natural black. So I'm like, oh shit, that means when I get grays, they are gonna like be like highlighters in my head. Yeah. Those perfectly round toilets suck. It's super annoying when your junk touches the inside of the toilet bowl. Oval toilets are in most public bathrooms are much better.
Yeah.
I didn't even know until like a few years ago that they make
round toilets.
Yeah. And like they call the other ones like the elongated toilet bowl, but that makes sense.
I didn't know that's what they're called, but yeah.
Yeah, like the oval ones. We don't care how popular or unpopular you are with other women, so it shouldn't factor into how you value yourself when dating. I'm gonna let you say your 2 cents if you have any.
Yes and no, because I know it's a personal thing for women, so that's why I'm like, I don't really care.
It's a self-esteem thing. Yeah, it's not about like I need to impress these other women so I can impress this man, but it's like if how other people see me can sometimes for some people affect how they see themselves. So
Like when I would go on dates and stuff, like, you know, come out the bathroom, like, oh, how do I look? Oh, you look nice. Oh, you don't think this is too? No, I think it looks good. Everything looks good together. Okay, well, I'm going to go change. Okay. Because obviously you guys don't
not
feel
the best in that outfit. And
so be it. Because I changed my shoes about 18 different times.
Yeah, you do have enough shoes to do that. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem. Since this is often not possible, lead with something along the lines of, can I vent for a minute? Or anything that signals to us that it's just time for active listening rather than a problem-solving session.
Yes.
So basically, you guys want to know, like, hey, I need your advice, or hey, I just want to vent.
Yeah.
Or hey, I just need someone to listen, or whatever.
Like, yeah. You usually lead with those things.
Me personally?
Yeah. Like, I don't think you do it consciously. Like, if you call me and you're like, okay, Des, real quick, I just need some advice. Or, Des, listen to this shit. Yeah. So, but a lot of, like, I have that problem too. And the issue I have now is that now I don't say anything. So I find that I'm getting complaints from women who are like, I just told you this big, long story and you have nothing to say. Like, yeah, I was just listening. Okay, well, why would I talk if you're just going to...
But some people really don't want to hear
what you have to say.
And then they get mad at you when you...
Exactly. Yeah. So if you guys make it very clear on what you need...
Yeah, I think that's one that women need to pick up on too. Like, you know, and if the person doesn't say, it's like, oh, do you want advice or do you just want someone to listen? And the person's like, oh, I just want someone to listen.
Sometimes
you're like,
they take that in a rude way.
No, but you gotta ask it kindly.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
listen, some people you can't satisfy them. Those people need to go kick rocks.
Like after you do your vent or whatever you want it to be, and I'm like, so did you want advice or was I just supposed to listen? You're like, oh, God, never mind. You don't understand.
I think like in that case, I would just like stay silent and just be like, oh wow, like that's crazy, or like. No, but like if they're just like, what do you think? Like after their spiel, then I'm like, oh, okay, well, blah, blah, blah. But if they don't ask me, I'm just like, damn.
Say what?
I'm gonna pray for you.
Oh, no, she didn't.
She did what?
Not you.
Let's see, make the sounds like that.
No. Come on. Again?
No, I'm not even saying words, though. I'm just making noises. Des does the most with the words. I'm like, sometimes the words, they feel like you're leading. Like, if you're like, oh, that's wild. They're like, it is, isn't it? Yeah. And you're like, no, I'm not trying to hype you up. I'm just trying to.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying. It's not. No, it's tame.
So if you tell me something, I'm like, that was like a damn, but I'm not saying damn. I'm like,
and I would have been like, you see what I'm saying?
And they're just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to try that and let you know how it works out for me.
When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you. It's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. Des, literally, you said this a couple of weeks ago. Des.
Nobody. It's not a personal thing. It's not an attack on your significant other, on your best. It's not an attack. I just don't want to be around anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I'm just anybody. That's what comes next.
No.
Yes.
But I feel.
Yes. 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 And the reason I say yes is because when you cannot act like, for example, everybody wants to feel special. I'm not just anybody. At the end of the day, you are just anybody. You're just somebody I'm closer with than other people. You're still just anybody. You're not me. That's for damn sure. So when I don't want to talk to anybody, I talk to myself. And you're not me.
No, but it's true. I feel like that sometimes too. It's like I have really close friends and sometimes like I'm not even in the mood to talk to them. It's not an issue. Yeah. It's not that they did anything. It's just like sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody. And if people take that personally, I understand. But like I think maybe I get it because I feel that way. But I feel like a lot of people feel that way and still take it personally when it's directed back at them. I had someone tell me a few weeks ago, but like somewhat recently, that like sometimes they don't want to talk to me because we always like argue. I was like, we don't, but not like actual argument, like, you know, like big, like, you know, you and I have a bit of a banter. And I was like, but you always, I'm like, you're the one who like challenges me. And he was like, yeah, but.
Look, now they're going back and forth.
Well, this was in a good moment, so thing. But he was like, I know, but I know how I like to interact with you, which is like, he knows that he will poke at me and I'll poke back. Because I'm like, it's not like I'm just like out the gate, like, but he starts it. He's like, I know I started, but that's how I talk with you. So when I don't want to do that, I would rather just not talk to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, I get it. And he was like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think he thought I would be upset, but I'm like, no, I feel that way sometimes too. Yeah. I know that sometimes, you know, the friend that like the energy is up here, and that's not a bad thing, but like I don't need the energy to be up there. I don't need any energy at all. So I don't want to talk to you. And it's not personal. No. So I told him, I'm like, honestly, like that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think he was surprised because again, I think men assume that women take that so personally. I was like, what do you mean?
I told my ex that that I don't, like, when I didn't want to talk to her because she asked a lot of questions and I don't want to, like, I'm not in the mood to be answering a whole bunch of questions. That led to about 20 different questions. And I was like, Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2. I don't want to answer questions.
Actually,
I'm tired
of the exhibits. They usually do it numerically. So like Exhibit A, Exhibit B.
Oh. Just numerically, isn't that numbers? Oh,
did I say numeric?
You did.
On to the next one.
Got him.
You did. There is no amount of hot sex that'll stop us from masturbating as soon as we're alone.
None.
It's 2 separate releases, and you just filled up the spank bank.
So it go.
There's no amount of hot sex?
No.
The second you're alone, you're like,
not necessarily.
Little Timmy, get out of the well because we going to town.
First of all, I don't like the fact that you said little Timmy.
Well, Timmy fell down the well. Just like that, the girl in China that like threw her little neighbor boy down the well.
Yeah, but my penis is, I call him Timmy.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that you said little Timmy. You don't see.
You're lucky I didn't say Tiny Tim.
So, yeah, it's like I could be having like one of the best sex sessions ever. And then, you know, let's say a couple hours later.
Not a couple hours. You didn't even say the next day, Des.
No, same day. I would be like, let's see what's on.
You know why you only have 2 kids? Because I don't think you got any more babies left in the chamber because of all this masturbation.
Oh. There are more.
Have you ever done a test to see how potent your sperm is?
No.
Or your ejaculate is? Because sperm is in semen.
Yeah.
But semen can have no spermies.
Yes. No, I can. I should.
You should. If you do it.
Masturbate a lot.
If you do it, record it.
Well, not a lot. But.
Content.
Definitely did before I came here. So I mean.
Why? For what? Because
I woke up.
Before you woke up. Praise God for another day.
He could wait. Let me do this first.
Interesting. All right. When the penis is flaccid, we sometimes like to stretch it out or tuck it inside of our balls for fun.
No. No.
You said no too quickly, and I'm starting to think that
may not
be accurate.
This reminded me of a question years ago, or a video or something. But I remember the tucking the penis into.
On the podcast.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
because I found out that apparently any guy, because like I thought tucking, like you kind of have to like train it, because I'm just like, doesn't that hurt? But like I guess when your dick is like flaccid, yeah, it's the balls that are sensitive. And we also found out on the podcast, I found this out from TikTok, that the ball skin is like numb as shit. Like it's like, but it's the little sacs inside, or the balls. The skin is a sac.
Yeah,
so the sac is like. If it was just like that and someone was touching it, like you wouldn't even know. Like if there were no balls.
No,
in
I was
the
just
sack.
about to start playing with mine. I was just
You're
like,
like,
let me see.
Let me see.
Let me
no,
find
but
out.
that doesn't count because you would
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Interesting. Morning wood can be cool for wake up sex, but not cool if you have to pee. We have to do all sorts of acrobatic maneuvers to pee. I've heard of this.
Yeah.
I've heard of like guys having to like push it down to like aim down. I've also heard of guys just like letting it go and trying to like aim.
Not that one.
No. But does it go down after you pee or does it stay? Because I feel like peeing would ruin the wood.
It does. You pee and then like it slowly starts to go down. But it's not like
right. It's like a slow like when you like have an air mattress and then you let the air out, but it like slowly not like when someone jumps on it to like flatten it down. Gotcha.
That was perfect.
Thank you. It's not that we can't take hints. We are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I always have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is?
Nope.
You don't think that?
I look way too far.
You're looking at, oh, she wants to marry me.
She wants to bear fruit. I'm talking to a woman at work. I've talked to her before and like we have the same kind of nickname. Like she doesn't use it anymore. But anyways. So
you just told everyone what her name is. Hey Des. Hey Desiree.
That's not her name. That's so funny. That's actually not her name.
Close.
Yeah. So we're talking, and she asked me, "What did she ask me? Like, and she's just like, do you have a girlfriend?" And in my head, I know she has that personality. Just if she has a question, she's gonna ask it. But I'm like, you want this dick.
How is it that you're thinking that, but you know that that's her, like, isn't the rational side of you being like, no, like.
Yeah, so I just answered the question normally.
But you said part of
in my brain,
like,
of course. I'm going to have that thought still.
God.
But I made, like, she brought up the point to be like, you know, she's the type of girl who believes if a guy wants your number, it's his job to get your number. I'm not going to offer my number to you. You need to be a man.
I do like being pursued. I don't think anything is wrong with a woman being like more forthcoming and more like aggressive in that sense. I just want to sit back.
That's what I want to do.
I would never
ever
ask someone to like marry me.
Psst, that's a must for me.
We go into the grave.
That's
single.
a must.
Nope.
I'm not asking nobody to marry me. Nobody.
How you feel about your girl getting on one knee and proposing to you in a public sense?
By all means.
Oh my God.
It depends on the look in her face. Like, you know, sometimes the moment is like, it's not the ideal moment, but they're just like, fuck it, now or never. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be dramatic then. But if it's like, you know, she chose the restaurant and like the ambiance, and I'm like, you planned this? I'll be like, no, baby, no, please, oh my God, no, baby, no, oh my God. The most, because
you look like you almost caught the Holy Ghost just now.
Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Oh my God.
Wrong spirit. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God. Don't take that. Don't do that shit in here. don't do that. The last one is, every guy at one point has used their erection to hold up a towel upon exiting the shower.
No.
They said every man. So are you lying?
I'm not a man.
Lying to me?
I am not a man, I guess. Why would I use my towel, my penis to hold up the...
I feel like towels are big.
First of all,
heavy.
Why is my dick hard getting out the shower?
Because some people masturbate in the shower. Or some people just, maybe it's morning wood and the wood hasn't gone down. I don't know. I don't have a dick.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't.
I see why sometimes when I talk, you hear my friend.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing.
You heard him?
I heard him. Yeah. I heard him through me. Yeah. Like the Holy Ghost came through me. Yeah, but yeah, that's the list.
That wasn't a bad list. It ended off rough, but it's not a bad list. I agree with 80% of those things.
Okay.
Yeah. You
don't use your dick as a
rack?
Like a, what do you call it? A hook.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I said a rack. No, not at all. Never have, never would, never tried.
Never have I ever.
Literally never.
Honestly, if you're ever playing Never Have I Ever, pose that as a question because you'll find out.
I never have any. Never have I ever. I'm like.
But that's the thing. It's something that you've never. Yeah. So you got one now.
everybody would look at me like, be like, what?
And then you just see a couple people like,
hey, what's that over there? Okay, question, because you brought it up.
Never mind. I was gonna say I've kind of done that, but it's not.
Use your dick as a towel?
Yeah. But like my butt.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like, you know, like when you put a towel around your waist and then it starts to fall off,
Yeah.
so you just like,
yeah,
like,
don't fall.
But I'm not like, whoa, is it gonna stay? Like, that's stupid.
Did I seen a girl do that? She had a big butt.
It's just more so it doesn't like fall on the ground.
Yeah, she had a big butt and it was falling off her waist.
Yeah, so you just kind of like
poke it out a little bit. Yeah.
Until because like if your hands are
had sex after that. That was some sexy shit. That was some sexy shit. When girls do the weirdest things, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's sexy.
Yeah, I could see you getting aroused by weird shit.
Yeah, like, ooh, oh, you got that donka-donk. Come here, baby.
I'd be like, oh, she does the Naruto run? Run your ass over here.
You brought up the little girl who put the boy in the well. I don't want to say threw.
Dropped. That's a fair statement because it was a few.
He was holding on to the side,
but she just
let go,
dropped him in.
Yeah,
there.
but he was holding on to the side, and that's when she like scoot, get your hands off.
So he was what? Like he was 4, she's 7.
Yes,
they're neighbors. Played together for a while.
4 years.
Well, no, not playing with a baby, but maybe like a
2
year
years.
or 2. Yeah.
Okay.
But like they knew each other.
Yeah,
Their families
yeah,
knew each other. It wasn't anything for them to be like out and about.
Yeah, Philippines, right?
China. Don't look at me. You said it.
Now,
what? All Asian countries look the same to you, Des?
I never said that.
Well, all black people look the same to me.
I agree. What would you do if that was your son? Now, let me tell you before you answer.
I can't answer due to possibly incriminating myself.
Okay, got it.
Because my answer would land me in jail. Let me tell you, that child. Not only would I square up against that 7-year-old, I beat her ass and throw her down the fucking well. And I'd hope the friggin' grudge, Sadako, get your ass. I'm 7 days, bitch.
Maybe I'll make a call. Let me see.
What in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We phoning a friend?
My mom.
Yeah, ask her. Because it's like, would you not want to throw hand? Would you not want to fight? If I just took your baby and was like, bloop, I don't care if he lived, I'd be pissed.
Hi, Mom. I have a question for you, but you're also on the podcast. Okay. What would you do? What would you do if your child was 4 years old and the neighbor who is 7 years old threw your child down a well?
What would I do if my child is 4 years old and my neighbor who is 7 throw my child down a well?
Yeah, like for fun, was playing and threw the child down the well.
Saw it on TV or something.
It's no fun when it comes to my kids. You should know that.
Okay.
So that person is going down there too.
So, okay, I also would like you to tell a story about the barbed wire fence.
That's why I'm saying you should know.
I know, that's why I'm calling you, so you can tell the story so they can hear it from you and not me.
Oh my God. Okay, it's a long time ago. I think you were maybe 2 years old because we moved to Canada when you were 3.
Yeah.
So about 2 years old, you were playing with a kid that's a little bit older than you. Maybe he's about 5. Yeah, maybe about 5. And he pushed you, and the barbed wire, it cuts you above your eye. And I just grabbed that kid, and I was just ready to kill him. I didn't care how old he was. I did not care who was his parent. I just didn't care because nobody's allowed to touch my kids. So that's how it is. I'm sorry. I don't care. When it comes to my baby, I will kill for that. Yeah. So I didn't care. I was an adult. He was a child. I did not business. You hurt my child, I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay. Thank you, but I'll call you back.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh my God.
You heard it here first,
blame
folks.
her. I'm telling you, not only are you going down the well, we're squaring up first.
Yeah.
Because you see how my kid was able to cling? You ain't gonna have hands to cling. Are you crazy? Oh, and what she did, the little 7-year-old, when he was clinging, she bashed his fingers until he had to let go.
Yeah.
Sociopathic behavior.
It's starting.
And guess what?
It already started. He wasn't the first one.
I'm a beat your ass before you can go harm someone else's kid. That's what I'm telling you.
And the only thing that saved him, the little boy, was the fact that the water wasn't that deep.
Yeah, the well wasn't super deep. He was young though, and like a hard fall like that could have But there was water, and it was not deep enough for him to drown, but it did help to cushion the fall.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you, and I already know the story about my mom and this kid because I
love how both of you say Bob Wire. I'm like, it's Barb, Barb.
Yeah. She literally my grandma told me, she's like, no, Des, I was so afraid for your mom. Like the way she handled that next kid was like, you shouldn't. Yeah.
Like when you just put it out there, it's like, okay, that's wrong. You're an adult.
Yeah. But when you're in, no.
Someone hurts your child.
Yeah. I think at least for me, it's different. I was going to say for men, it's different. I think about it. I've thought about it because I've known this story my whole life. Like, if that was my son, like how I'd react. And I think inside I'd be fuming, but because I know I'm like, Rrr,
you think you could maintain your composure?
I think
because I couldn't. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Des, this is like a legit hold me back situation. Honestly, it doesn't have to be my kid. If it was your kid and I saw someone do that shit, are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, I can imagine. I seen you at camp, so I understand how you are.
When you have Des, I will fight these children. Okay, it's not funny.
I don't know.
I needs to give birth. I almost fought my little cousin over my dog. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
She tried to ride him like a horse. I'm like, get your big ass up. Yo, I wanted to throw I'm actually hot. Is it hot in here?
It is hot in here.
Okay.
It is hot in here.
Okay,
not too sure why.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting hot or if the weather is getting warmer.
The weather outside is warmer.
Harder.
Yep, saw that one coming.
When I'm there beating someone's little kid and you're like, harder. No children were harmed in the making of this episode. No. We would never harm children. But if you come at me, not even if you come at me, honestly.
There you go. It wasn't about you.
No.
It wasn't.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, stop. Like, I wouldn't. No.
So, okay, that kid that my mom gave a stern talking to.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
Later on, I don't even know if it was that year. Because like she said, I left Jamaica when I was 3. And that happened when I was 2. And another time I was climbing a dresser and the mirror had fallen and smashed me in my face. Shattered in my face. Ooh. My mom came home from work and broke every piece of glass in that house.
Why?
Because the glass hurt her son. I swear to you, I could call her back right now. And she'd be like, yeah, I broke every piece of glass. I didn't care.
That is both
psychotic
and sweet.
My mom is psycho.
Yeah, but the apple don't fall too far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? If you are listening and you want to be a part of the podcast, you can do so by going to thisgirlroom.com. If you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. Des doesn't like it, but we don't care. We don't care what Des thinks.
Obviously not.
Because this person is choosing to be anonymous today.
Yeah.
They said, hey, Joe and Des and Joe, whichever one floats your boat. I would like to know of a time that you had a falling out with a friend. I'm going through a tough friend breakup where I feel like I wasn't at fault, but I'm trying to look within myself and see my faults, if any. So hearing other people's stories has been beneficial to me. I would also like to know how you were doing after the friend breakup and offer any advice if you have any. Let me go first, please.
Okay, because I have a couple, so I'm like, I don't even know which one to talk about.
Des knows I have one that like I just found out about. Like it's beef that I didn't even know there was beef. What the hell? I was just living my life. Me and Des were here, kiki and kaka and kakaka, rakatata. And I get a message from a friend, and I was like, oh.
Are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah. We're talking about it. We're talking about it, Des. We're talking about it.
I know, but are you allowed to talk about it?
Fine. I will leave out certain details, but what I have found out is that somebody unfollowed me off of Instagram. And I was like, why? Des, tell them why.
Because she didn't...
Because while I was on vacation...
No, because that's not why.
It was because of the lack of response.
No, but you did respond in an appropriate time.
So then what is the reason?
What's the reason? I saw that coming.
Once I started doing this, we know. And listen, I'm already hot because of the kid thing. I'm up here right now. I'm on 10.
Yeah. The reason why this person doesn't want to be Joe's friend is made up in their own head.
Des, I've known this person for like 12 years-ish, maybe more.
So the person wanted to go on a trip that Joe was already going on or currently on a trip, and they wanted to be included.
It's the trip I told you guys about, the Egypt Dubai trip.
Yeah.
While I was in Egypt,
going to Dubai in a couple of days.
Right. I heard that a friend of mine may be interested in traveling and they want to go travel solo. So I was like, oh, if you're looking for, and they said they were going like in a couple days. So I was like, oh, well, if you
They're going somewhere else.
I was like, if you don't want to go to your destination because they hadn't booked it yet, I'm like, you can come to Dubai. Yeah. And they were like, don't tempt me because I may actually go. And I was like, yeah. And it didn't work out. It didn't work out for them to go. But I found out that they thought that I am not really their friend because I wasn't like responding. And I looked back, and Des can attest, I did. I was like, and when I didn't have like a crazy good signal, I let them know, hey, my signal's not good, blah, blah, blah. They just like hearted my message. They didn't say anything. And then I found out that they unfollowed me. I don't even know when.
And we're talking smack.
And I was like, what the hell? So I guess that's my most recent friend breakup. But
how
like,
did that make you feel?
Confused.
Very. Very.
Because I'm like, didn't I say that? Like, and I'm on vacation in Egypt. The Wi-Fi was shit. Even people who are watching know, because they know that I was like trying to upload the episode and it wouldn't upload because I had shitty internet. And I came back and I told you guys about that. And I was like, the internet on the plane was better. Remember, we all had this conversation. So like, I don't understand. And if I, through my shitty internet, I could be like, well, actually, it wasn't the Wi-Fi. It was like when I had a good data signal, I was like messaging her like, hey, this is, this is the information I have. I don't have a good signal, but she knew the date. She knew the location. And then I was like, hey, like, what's going on? I even followed up. Are you still going to come? Yeah. Nope. I'm in my other destination. I was like, okay, cool.
Enjoy.
When are you coming back?
Feliz Navidad.
Nothing. I didn't think much of it though, because again, I was on vacation.
Unread.
No, seen.
Oh, seen. Sorry, seen.
Left me on red.
Yeah, there you go.
I was living my life, so I wasn't thinking about that.
And lo and behold, weeks later, you're here and shit.
Pure shit.
Shit.
So sorry, what was your question? It was, okay, what was the time of a falling out with a friend? So that was, but that's like, I didn't fall out with her. She fell out with me, but I guess that's somehow it happens because you, anonymous, maybe Des, you can give her a name. You felt like you weren't at fault, but you're trying to understand. That's kind of like me, because I was like, did I just leave her hanging? Did I think? And I looked back at the messages. I'm like, no, I communicated.
Your name is Shayna.
Shayna? Sure, why?
When I was in grade 3, I had a friend named Shayna.
Sure. Yeah, so Shayna, I totally get the like, questioning yourself, and I think it's actually good to not just like, some people really have a hard time taking the blame and taking responsibility for their own actions. So I think if you can take that moment and look within yourself and be like, did I do something? What did I do? Reflect, and like can really move forward and be like, no, I don't think I did anything. Or if things were different, I wouldn't have done them any differently. I don't think anything is wrong with that. And personally, what was the last part of the question? Well, I guess maybe before we give advice about how to handle it after, you can tell your thing. If one of your many.
I don't even know which one to start with. I'll give you the longest one, I guess. So when I was in grade 11, I met somebody in grade 9. And like, he was pretty cool. We talked, we chilled, like ended up talking like every day. We became really good friends. So long story short, years pass. Maybe like 4 years pass, 5 years. Oh God, maybe even more than that. I don't remember. But anyways, so one day I'm at work and I get a call. I'm on my way to work. I'm in the parking lot, walking through the parking lot to enter. And I get a call.
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I get a call and I was just like, yo, like, what's up? And he's just like, why would you do that? I'm like, what did I do? Now, this friend likes to just say random shit all the time just to kind of get reactions. I'm like, what did I do? And he's like, oh, why would you tell his ex at the time? Why would I tell his ex that he slept with her best friend? And I'm like, like, shut up, like, whatever. And he's just like, nah, for real, like, I wouldn't expect that from you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you being serious? And he's like, I'm being dead ass. Normally by now he would start laughing or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you can't be serious right now. And he's like, nah, for real, like, you know, that's some waste man thing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so you think I told your ex that you slept with her best friend? And he's like, yeah, I do think you did that. Blah, 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 blah. As a matter of fact, I know you did that. I don't think you did that. I know you did because she said it was you and did that. I'm like, she couldn't have said it was me because I'd even know that information. Oh, yeah, you did. I told you on this day. I'm like, you didn't tell me nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time I'm hearing it. But honestly, don't even talk to me no more. Me and you are nothing. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay. And I left it at that. Now, a lot of people would argue, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to argue. Reason being, in life, I find that if people think of you a certain way and they're supposed to be your friend, then that means we're not really friends. So he ended the conversation with, if you want her, you can have her, because obviously that's why you told her. And I'm like, ha! That is hilarious. So fast forward. So months go by. I haven't said a word to him. He hasn't said a word to me. We never followed each other on social media anyways, because I didn't really care for social media. So we just had a lot of mutual friends. But like, if you knew, you knew. If you didn't know, you didn't know. And I didn't care to be like, oh, me and him aren't talking. Like, I don't care. Whatever. So anyways, so one day I see the girl. The girl sees me and say, hey, what's up? Blah, blah. And I keep it pushing. And she's like, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, oh, about the whole blah, blah, blah situation. I didn't. And as soon as she said I didn't, I'm like, I don't care. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't care. There's no way you could have said anything that I said something because I didn't say anything. So I don't even need justification on what was said because I don't care. And she's just like, oh, like I don't know how you got mixed up in all of this, but I'm so sorry and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't you. It was this person. I don't care. It wasn't me. I don't care. So to this day, I still don't speak to that person. I have not seen that person since that day. There was a girl that they were talking to that I actually introduced him to before we stopped talking. Made sure I had sex with that girl. And it got to a point where she was like, oh, you know, he doesn't like me talking to you, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like, I get it. You and him like each other, go for it. Like, I'm not going to be like, nah, choose me over him. Nah, go for it. So then me and that girl stopped talking, but that wasn't like hard feelings. And even with this guy, like to this day, I have never said anything bad about him. I don't have anything bad to say about him. I never will say anything bad about him. I wish him all the best. Like, if he came to me and wanted to talk, sure, what's up? You're good? Cool. But other than that, like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. Yeah. That's one.
All right. So, to answer the rest of Shayna's question, she wants to know how we are doing after these friend breakups and any advice that we have post friend breakup.
Do you want to go first? Or?
Sure. I'm doing just fine.
Just peachy.
I'm doing fantastic. Splendid. Any advice? I would say the way I look at it is, like, I've known this person for a long time. I'm not going to say she was my best friend. Like, we weren't like that close, but like we were close enough. Like, we hung out often enough. And if you are going to throw away a friendship, because I didn't even hear it from her. I just got the unfollow and I got the tea from other people. Like, I'm finding out I don't even know how long ago she unfollowed me. I really don't know. Maybe she unfollowed me while I was still on vacation. I don't know. But it just shows me how little you valued our friendship. So if that's the case, then
no problem. No problem.
Like, you can't let those situations stress you out. I've had friends who I've been closer with that I've, had like friend breakups with. And even though it can hurt and you can be like, oh, like this is so unfortunate, just know that if someone doesn't want you in their life, it's for the best. You don't want anything that is not for you. And you're not going to chase nobody. Shayna, we ain't chasing friends. Nope. We're not begging friends. Nope. We're not doing that. I think just knowing that you did, like you stand, in your truth and whatever it is that you did or didn't do or whatever that made them upset. If they don't want to talk to you, if they don't want to rekindle the friendship, then that's not a friendship that you would want anyways. I feel like that's how I kind of like justified. I'm like, why would I want this friendship if that's how they're going to be?
Exactly.
If she had came to me and be like, yo, like you were kind of not really responding, like what's going on? I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I thought I was giving you enough of a response. If you didn't feel that way, my bad. And that could have been it.
Done.
But that wasn't it. You don't value me enough to have that conversation.
So allow it. I feel fine. Like, I'm not. It sucks because I thought we were friends, and like I said, if that's how they view me as, then obviously we're not friends. So I will leave that where it is. However, I don't feel any different towards that person. Whereas I know that person because we have mutual friends, and mutual friends have been like, okay, like.
They're talking
you
a
guys,
little shit.
You guys, no, they're like, you guys got to talk, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys are really close. And I'm like, yo, I don't care. And that person's like, nah, fuck that nigga. Fuck him. And I'm just
you sound like, when Donald Duck starts cursing?
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. I don't really care. I had a friend come to me and, like, they were drunk, but they were upset about something else, and they brought up the situation, and they're like, oh, that's why so and so doesn't want to talk to you because you da 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 da. And I'm like, hold on now, hold on. Now I'm gonna have to clear the air because that's not the case. And when I told them what the actual reason were, they were just like, oh. I'm like, but if that's what they told you, then, that's fine.
But now I'm looking at you. Who are you to come throw a situation that you weren't even involved in my face? Who are you?
So, just allow it. Can't let these little things stress you.
Like those like little gnats that like to fly around your head?
Or, when there's like a fly in your room, but you don't know exactly
but you're
where,
just hearing,
and then it will stop as soon as you're ready to kill it. And then when you're like, okay.
The second you relax.
Oh my
Annoying.
God. Yeah.
But yeah, just like you, like I feel no negative way towards this person. I feel the same. Like I said, my feeling is confusion, a little bit of frustration, but I'm so frustrated because I don't understand the logic. But I'm not mad at this person. Exactly. Like they're mad at me, obviously, but I'm not mad at them. I didn't do anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. But yes, you didn't share with us your situation.
Yeah. Come on, give us a story. Like, what happened? Why did you guys stop talking?
I was just gonna say, like, if you feel comfortable enough, we would love to hear it. But like, you don't, Des, you can't force people. Stop. Shayna's going through it right now.
Shayna
just said she wants, to hear other stories to help her.
You better let us know what happened so we can further help you. See?
If you want to write in, we'd love to hear from you. And anyone else who wants to write in, whether it's a problem, a question, a story, anything, we would love to hear from all of you. And you can go to thissquareroom.com/ask to, do that.
Share.
To share.
Jojo.
What?
What do you want? Did you like school?
No.
No? Not at all?
No.
No?
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like certain subjects, and I like the socialization. You get to see your friends, stuff like that.
Would you go back to like that time period?
Like forever, or like a vacation,
for
like a Phil of the Future style vacation?
For like go back to high school.
Like forever?
No, just for like 4 years. Like go back to school.
But like at this age, like I'm an adult.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
What's that movie with oh God?
Kevin Hart?
No. forgetting her name. It's like a classic. Shoot, people know what I'm talking about.
No,
And
they
she
don't.
like she's a reporter and she goes undercover as like
Somebody
a student.
undercover.
As like a student.
Oh.
No,
That's all I got.
the actress. I can see her face, but I'm drawing a blank at her name. Drew Barrymore.
Nope.
Okay. Whatever. Anyways, what?
So let me read this so I get my facts right. We know how I like to get my facts wrong.
I thought you were going to say, we know how I like to get my facts right. I was about to be like, that doesn't sound
No, I wouldn't.
too accurate.
A 29-year-old woman accused of using false documents to enroll as a New Jersey high school student and attend some classes over a 4-day period. First of all, that sentence. Anyways, she did so because she was lonely and longed to return to her days with friends in school.
Oh,
That is so sad. She's from China. She came here when she was 16 by herself, and she's kind of been on her own since.
she's what? 29?
29. And since becoming an adult, and school's
It's
over,
harder to make friends as an adult because like where you meet them, work.
and that's what she's having trouble with. So she pretty much enrolled herself back into
Yeah, but that's creepy, girl.
creepy as fuck.
That is like
And
you need to go to jail. But like I
She made friends. She was having a great time. She made friends.
how did they find out?
It didn't say how they found out.
Oh, I want to know. Cause like the movie The Orphan, that old ass bitch pretending to be like a 12-year-old and like killing people and
okay,
shit.
stop. I don't like scary movies.
But like
I
didn't even know they made a second one. I watched the second one, and I think it was a prequel. But I watched that like a couple months ago. Because I remember The Orphan being like super creepy. Because it's like, when like someone looks young, but they also could be old as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But well, you said she's Chinese.
Yeah.
Chinese women look young forever.
Which is why she kind of got away
She
with
could
it.
have, yeah. Wow. So that's why I'm like, what gave it away?
Maybe it was like a parent's
She probably was
thing.
like, my back hurts.
Maybe,
and they're like,
yeah, maybe she slipped up a little bit, and somebody
Yeah.
was like,
Although I've had back pain since I was 14, so
True.
My mom used to say, "You're old before you're young."
She was like, no, I live by myself. No, I pay my own bills. kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you go to school full time and pay bills? You must have money.
Well, you were here from
She's probably
16
just like,
by
I can buy
yourself.
alcohol, and they're just like, oh, like you got a fake ID? Oh no,
No, it's my real ID. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, maybe she slipped up somehow.
That's what I would be curious.
But
to
yeah,
know.
police told all the kids like delete her number, block. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't know what like ulterior motive she has. I mean, if her motives really were just like looking for friends, I mean, find friends your own age, because I feel like it's more enjoyable when you can like have shared experiences with people. They don't have to be your exact age,
Yeah.
but in your age range.
But I get it. Like my son is starting high school September, and
What if you found
I
out he's
have
like,
been
oh, like I have
living-
this friend, and then you see the friend, you're like, this dude looks old as shit,
I would talk to that dude,
and say what?
figure out like if they're old as shit or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out my damn self.
Like me squaring up to the kids, they see you fighting the kid, you're like, no, this is a
This
grown ass man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You want to do a question of the day?
Yeah.
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 What about me surprised you the most? Or actually, that's not what it says.
Is that not what it says?
No, I just like flip words around.
Oh.
It says, what about me most surprised you? Imagine I just made it up completely. I'm like, tell me 5 things that you love about me. No. What about me most surprised you?
I don't know. I've known you for a long time. I don't know.
Well, this is like, even like if it's back in the day, like what were you like? Oh,
I don't know. I didn't have any expectations really. I just knew that whatever the guy told me wasn't true. Yeah. So then when we started talking,
so that didn't surprise you?
okay,
Like when you
what
found
surprised
like
me the most is that you continued talking to me after I ran out the movie theaters.
Surprised me too.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
We know I give people too many chances. So.
Fact. I remember I got off the bus because you got off before me. Yeah.
Well, we were at a stop. Like we both got off, and then I got on one going north.
No.
Oh.
We got on the same bus, and I take that bus.
Oh, you
all
stayed
the
on
way,
it? Okay.
And you get off.
So as you drove away, you were like, I never seen
No,
this girl again.
it was when you were getting off the bus. The bye was just so awkward that like I was like, yeah. She never wants to see me again, but that's okay because I was scared.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can imagine. I'm still.
It was
awkward.
like ooh, do I hug you? I just want to go. Like, bye.
Like next thing you know, you start acting up again.
I would. I definitely would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I would say that surprised me the most of me knowing you and like things that are like, what? Yeah. Like you actually continuing to talk to me surprised me the most.
Sorry, y'all. My dog is shaking. I would say what surprised me most about you, pleasantly surprised.
Ugh.
What?
I don't know.
No, honestly, it's how good of a father you are.
Ugh.
No, because like most teenage parents, fathers in particular, because the mothers, usually step up. Sometimes they don't get it together. But I don't know. I just feel like usually they ain't shit. So I was like, oh, it's not that I expected you to be like
Ain't
trash.
shit.
Yeah, but like the base level of like okay, he's a dad. Like I know we've had this conversation. I know grown men who are not as good of a father as you. So it was like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
For being that young. Now it's not a surprise. I would say honestly now what the surprise is that you balance still being a good father but with also being Deswayne. Because those are two very different people.
Very different people.
And I'm like, how do you do it?
Very different
because
people.
like your sons obviously, but one of them is oblivious to like
the world.
Yeah. It's like just discovering how to go.
His favorite thing is
I wonder why.
Everything he goes.
I wonder why.
Are you hungry?
Oh my God, squawking like his daddy.
I don't like that.
But yeah, that's I'm still bewildered every day when I see you say stuff and then it's like your son calls and like you're like dad mode, but you're still, it's not like you're a different person, you're you, but like you're
filtered so much.
But it honestly doesn't, it's like an effortless filter. Like that, I am shocked.
Thank you. It's like talking to myself.
Yes. But like you're not exposing him to things that you shouldn't. You're not engaging in like you're just, you're a good parent. It's same. They're both the same kind of thing.
Thank
it's
you.
just.
You can thank my dad.
You're what listen. Well, yeah. It's like, I never want to be like you.
Yep.
So.
And I will live by that. Sir.
Well.
Thank you for not being there.
Thank you, Deswayne Sr.
Wait, why am I bowing? Wait, I would be the senior.
I know that's not it, but I'm not gonna say your dad's name.
Oh.
I think I know it.
You do.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it.
You know his whole name, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah, first, middle, and last. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say it. So he's just for the sake of the podcast. He's.
Did I tell you when his
Senior.
birthday is?
What? Same day as yours?
No.
Same day as your son's?
No.
What?
The same day
Is your mom?
as his fucking biological daughter that he did not talk to for 19 years. It's 18.
To be fair,
17.
I don't want to share my birthday either. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding about sharing the birthday, but like that's not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a bond that.
I asked her if it hurts, and she's like, "Yeah."
Of course.
Yep.
Of course it
I was
does.
like, "Yep." I thought it would. It would hurt me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, was that the whole question? What surprised
That
me?
was-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay. We're done. Des, let them know where they can find the podcast.
You can find the podcast on most streaming. You can find it at This Square Room.
If you have a friend, let them know about the podcast. As
Unless
we
they're
always
not
say,
your friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
And if they're like, oh, I don't have Spotify or I don't have insert podcast.
What do you
here.
mean? Everybody has YouTube.
But, well, yeah, technically because it's free. But like literally anywhere they want to listen to podcasts, they can, what?
I'm trying to play along with you.
Oh,
Like,
okay, go.
No, it's too late. You're already like, oh, duh, it's free. But yeah, anyways, moving on.
No, I'm saying yes. And like I just
No, but you got to like, if I'm like, oh, yeah, but they can.
Oh my gosh, you guys are on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube. You see what I'm the face.
Where can
I don't like the face.
I feel like cartoons like their mouths are always open.
They are.
They're like, ah.
I don't like that.
Like they smile like.
That's the noise my son makes.
That's what we need to be like. You're on YouTube and your son's like, ah. Oh God. But yes, it's thisquareroom.com for everything. We're on most pretty much every platform you can
Pretty
listen
much.
to podcasts. He can be found on Instagram at
DesiD18.
and I can be found at Jonel Wilson. And with that being said, we will see you next Tuesday.